MRecktv.
This is Kitty Banks, and you're now watching MRecktv.
We here right now because this is going to be the first official guest for the True Era podcast show. You know what I'm saying? And True Era, basically, like we like to focus on individuals, whether that be in music, sports, acting, whatever, fashion, who shape and basically influence a particular era. And I wanted my first guest to be the bro, you know what I'm saying, M.Reck, because of the history we have and what I've seen him do basically on his own from the ground up with media. You know what I'm saying? And it's interesting to me, and I know it'll be interesting out to the viewers. And of course we got Shoebanger, the co-host, and it's gonna be the first official show. That's what it is, bro.
I appreciate y'all having me, the first official guest. Salute.
Welcome.
You saw the battle?
Too. I didn't watch it.
You saw the battle?
Yeah, I saw it.
All right, you my brother. Talk to me, man, please. What's your assessment? Talk to me.
I gotta go with goods, man.
Yeah.
I gotta go
that's
with
what
goods.
you said.
And let me say
And
this.
let me say this.
I love Cassidy.
Yeah.
But
hold on, say that for the camera. Hold on.
Yeah,
Can I get that?
I keep it green, baby.
Okay, all right.
Listen,
Okay.
yeah, I gotta go with goods, and the reason I'm gonna say this, right?
Yeah,
I got love
let
for
you have the floor.
Cassidy. I got love for Cassidy, and Cassidy's a professional. He know what time it is. This ain't about feelings. You know what I'm saying? When you step in the arena, you know what it's about. So it's not me, catering to his feelings, but I will say that I got love for Cassidy because the dude is nice. Yeah. But I went with goods because, to me, Cassidy, sometimes when you get to a point, when you get to a certain level, you get too relaxed and you get too complacent with your title. And I feel like Cassidy should have went at it like he was goods. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going at it like he was Cassidy, like he was holding the belt in a sense, if that makes sense. Like he was supposed to go at it hungrily, like famished.
Like he was trying to get the belt, not
yeah,
like he was the champ.
not like he's holding the belt. Because then sometimes you get a little complacent, you get a little lax in certain areas, you get a little cocky, and in this game, that's very, very dangerous.
Very.
This is very dangerous game to get comfortable in. You can't get too
One bad verse, and they'll be like, "Oh, he's trash." After all that you did.
That's it. A one mistake, one out of you out of breath. You know what I'm saying. So, but I think for the most part, it was gracious because like it kept that the intensity was up. But I just think I know Cassidy got a lot more potential than what he displayed on that shit. He was supposed to go in like.
He underestimated good.
Never underestimate your opponent. You know what I'm saying? It's real in the field.
So if you had to call it, is it goods 3-0 or goods 2-1? Did Cassidy get at least one round in? What you thought about his first round?
Overall, I wouldn't say it was 3-0. I would say it was 2-0. I would say it was
2-1.
2-1. Excuse me, 2-1. Parcel. I would say it was 2-1. I wouldn't say it was 3-0. He didn't spank him each round. You know what I'm saying? But he kept a certain level of intensity up where Cassidy got kind of, like I said, complacent. That's all that it was. And sometimes it ain't what you say, it's how you say it.
That's a fact.
And I think if Cassidy would kept that Genghis Khan hungrily shit on him, he would have kept the pressure up. He let the pressure on his end simmer down. That's what I think.
I mean, in Cassidy's mind, he won.
Well, sometimes that happens when you like I said, when you got a certain stature, you on a certain level, you could feel like I already got this before I do it. You know what I mean? But that's not how things work. When I first came home off that bid, and I came home and everybody was talking about about Nas, and I heard something that he did, and I was like, yo, he's exceptional. I mean, he's not just
special
a dude rhyming around here. Like everybody's rhyming. Like this dude got a certain kind of light with him. Gotcha. And it definitely caused me to pay attention and keep an eye on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you do that naturally as an MC. We're very highly competitive artists. You know what I mean? Especially MCs.
Yes, sir.
But like I said, I never kept one in the clip form. I just didn't. I just didn't. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see it that way. You know what I mean? It was different. And of course, later on, he started developing, and we kind of like met on the music tip and came together on the music tip in a sense through Large Professor and Joe Fatal. It was a beat Large produced that years later via Large Professor and Joe Fatal, we wound up going to Large's crib, and I don't remember if Nas and Fatal went there, or if me and Fatal went and Nas was there, but we wound up connecting there, and we was actually supposed to do a joint, cause Large was like, yo, y'all gotta do a joint, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Large was real amped up about it. And you know, me and it wasn't like me and Son was like, nah. It's just like, you know, we was just, you know, we're artists, we're young, and we're reserved, we're feeling each other out. And the thing about him and I, we have like totally opposite type of personalities, you know what I'm saying, too. So Large had a track, and when I heard it, I was like, yo, that's crazy. And actually years later, Puffy used it on P. Diddy and the Family album with him, Jay-Z, and Big.
I know exactly
that Young G perspective. Yeah. Me and Nas had that joint years ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
and Large
produced it. It was called Niggas Know How We Go. You know what I'm saying? It was like how we go.
Wow.
I don't remember the rhymes exactly.
So hold on, y'all wound up doing the song?
Yeah, we wound up doing it in Large crib. I don't know where the song is at. I'll ask Large about it years later. I don't know, it kind of vanished, but yeah, that we it's not like me and Son never came together conceptually before. I mean, you know, obviously years later things got more competitive, and you know, he had his own crew, I had my crew with CNN, of course, and you know, I don't know, shit just got real great. It's funny because I just had Wizard on the Drive-By show, and I interviewed Wizard, and my brother asked, you know, Wizard, why does he think me and Nas never really came together on a song? But we actually came together on a song, 2 songs. We came together on the obviously QB's Finest joint, and Calm Down. Yeah, we actually came together on 2 songs.
Classic.
Definitely. I guess the question my brother was really asking was why we never did a project together or did something on each other's projects. And he posed that question to Wiz. And Wiz said, you know, Wiz was like, you know, I don't know, it's funny energy, like, you gotta understand people, the way people looked at Traj. Traj was always like a thug. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, you know, Nas was kind of like standoffish with that. You know what I'm saying? And this is real, like me personally, and I'm not saying it because, you know, Nas is real influential in the game. I commend him on that. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I see it as like he's a bridge boy, and the more success he gets, the more light he brings back to the brand. And that's how I look at it. And he's a black man, so God bless your life.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying? God bless your life. That's how I see it. So I don't look at it in terms of like, you know, what I'm about to say. I say that to say what I'm about to say. And from a hate standpoint, insecure standpoint, because I'll be the first one to tell anybody, people ask me who's one of my favorite MCs, and I say Nas. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And people, you know, you got people who say, yo, but he took your style. And I'm like, it's not that he took my style. Do I feel like he added on to it? Yes, I do. And I'm pretty sure, like, and for instance, I'm gonna say this, and you know, again, you know, this is not me being safe or careful, because I'm grown, and you know, I've made my mark, and I'm gonna continue to make my mark, regardless to whom or what. You know what I'm saying? At least within myself and for myself, and that's first and foremost. But when, you know, the last time I've seen him was at Stage 48, and I was actually with CNN, and we just finished doing Vlad's show, and you know, Stage 48 ain't too far from where Vlad was filming at. So we went over there, and when I walked in and Nas saw me, you know what I'm saying, he put down the mic and bowed to me in the middle of the show.
Wow.
So when I say I feel like he added on, you know what I'm saying, obviously he must in himself feel that he did too, or learned something from me for him to give me such a high salute, which I appreciate and respect. You know what I'm saying? Because I never, you know, you got people, yo, Nas don't do this, Nas don't do that. I don't get into all of that. You know what I'm saying? I look at what I'm doing. I ain't with all that, you know, I ain't an aura snatcher. I'm not trying to shit on nobody. I look at what I'm doing and how I got to do it. But I commend him on that. But do I feel like he added on? Of course. You know what I'm saying? The same way I added on from LL. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
That's who sparked me. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure I sparked him in some ways. And he, he took it and he took it and put his signature on his craft and his style, and he did his thing.
Got you. I want to address something more current that a lot of people call me. It's like, yo, because they know I rock with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, what's up with your man Trash suing Ice Cube and Master P? Could you elaborate on that?
Yeah. I'm gonna say this first and foremost. For the record, I did not sue Ice Cube.
Okay.
I want everybody to know I did not sue Ice Cube, right? I'm gonna take you through the whole process. This is how it went down. I got people who's out there. They online all the time, and they're like, yo, son, this dude Ice Cube. No, first it was Master P. This dude Master P came out with an album called Intelligent Hoodlum.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, word. Let's look it up. Blah, blah, blah. Like,
so he dropped it?
Yeah, he did.
Oh wow.
But I mean, and I saw it,
mm-hmm.
and at first my initial response to it was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is going on here?
That's how we doing it?
Yeah, like, hold on. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking it in.
Mm-hmm.
And prior to that, like, I remember saying certain things, and you could go online, like, people, and it's funny because when I talk, I'll have things I do and, whatever on my social forums, and then I look at the comments and people will say like some of my slang back to me. And I don't say it thinking consciously just for a branding purpose. Mm-hmm. That's just how I talk.
Yeah.
I'm a slang scientist, so I just so like aura, things of that nature.
Factual.
Yeah, factual artifacts. You know what I'm saying? So somebody hit me and was like, "Yo, give you your roses while you can smell them," and I always said that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Then I see Master P doing the BET thing, and he kind of said that in reference to Mobb Deep with BET, when BET, invited Mobb Deep, or Havoc, I should say, rest in peace, after Prodigy's passing, to BET, and made a statement basically kind of along the line saying, prior to Prodigy's passing, they would have never invited Mobb Deep. They should have gave him his roses while he could smell them. And I was like, wow, like, I'm kind of like the only dude that says that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then later, I seen that he came out with the album, and I was like, yo, you know what? You know what I'm saying? I respect the bro. You know what I'm saying? He's done a lot culturally. He's done a lot, culturally / business-wise for hip-hop and hip-hop entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying? And helping brothers see, or guide brothers to the right lane and becoming independent and controlling their own destiny.
Absolutely.
Let me come at him a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And I thought about it, so I hit him on the gram. First thing, I hit him on the gram. I said, look, brother, I got a lot of respect for you, but I think we need to address some things. You came out with the same title of my album. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, boomerang me. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Just like that.
Send me back.
So, he had the blue light on the joint, so I know it's officially him on the gram. Yeah, and I ain't hear nothing back. Yeah, the blue, factual. I heard, I ain't hear nothing back. I waited like 4 or 5 months.
So did he read the message? Did you see?
I didn't see if he read it. Okay. But come on, you know what I'm saying? He's functional.
Yeah.
He's functional. You doing the Breakfast Club, you checking your numbers on there, and you're not putting out music, and you're not the mainstream music mogul you used to be, in a sense, at least from an artist standpoint.
Got you.
You mainstream mogul in terms of media, but not necessarily from the artist standpoint. So I know that you're very aware of your numbers. Because that's your, that's how you get your statistics, man. You checking them numbers. Somebody's checking them.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story longer, I didn't get no response back. So I waited a little while after that. And then I felt like, yo, listen, basically, he's just like identity theft, like, but more or less like legacy theft.
Yeah.
Like if you
everybody know you for that. Like,
for that.
Yeah, seriously.
Somebody told me, they said, listen, as an artist, you're gonna have certain records that identify you.
That define you.
And that's one of the projects that define me.
That's a fact.
And you took the whole title of it, basically, so you took the whole body of it. And there's nowhere in the world you ain't hear me or know of me. One of your artists that you was rocking with, Snoop, he's on one of his shows talking about me and basically going back in my history to the Juice Crew. So, you know, come on, you know about the guard. But, you know, my initial approach was a cease and desist letter, and then, you know, it went further. But to answer your initial question, as far as Ice Cube, I didn't sue Ice Cube because Ice Cube only took the single title, Arrest the President. Had Ice Cube took Intelligent Hoodlum, the whole body of work, I would have sued him. But, you know, Ice Cube just took the title of the single. So, you know, respectfully, I did the same thing that I did, you know, with Master P. I approached him on the gram. I didn't hear nothing back. So I had the lawyer send out a cease and desist. Because, like, you know, I respect both of these men. I respect both of these gentlemen. I respect what they've done for the game, yo. Like, they've done for everybody, man. All the contributions and the success they've had. So it's like, I don't, you know, I expect them to use the same, you know, to have the same respect for fellow artists. You know what I'm saying? For fellow artists coming from the street. I'm from the street, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I made my way on my own. Nobody gave me nothing in this. And you know, it's funny because I was looking at the NWA movie recently because I ain't never seen it before.
It's so good.
And I looked at his particular role in the movie and I was like, damn, this nigga's like me. Like, why would he do that to me? Like, but you know, people change, things change. But like I said, I didn't sue him. I had to, you know, I didn't want him to use, you know, what I've come to make what's came to be known as my legacy and just take that from me. I wouldn't do that to him. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. So with the cease and desist, did they honor that?
Well, I mean, it's kind of complicated right now with technology. When shit is out there, it's out there.
Yeah. Especially with this internet.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's out there, but as far as from what my attorney has said to me, like, it's being respected, it's being, you know, it's adhered to. But I mean, like with the internet, once shit is out there, it's out there, man. It's you know what I mean? But that was just basically, you know, a warning, like, you know, fall back on my shit, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, have some respect.
Yeah, you got your feet, come on, man.
Because at the end of the day, when you Google Intelligent Hoodlum,
Master P, but Master P's gonna come up first.
Right. Which is taken away from your fan base.
You sliding you redirecting my traffic, doobie. Like, come on, I'm not gonna come out with, like, you know,
legacy thing.
Mr. Ice Cream Man. I'm not gonna come out with, you know what I'm saying? No Limit. Like, that's you. You know what I'm saying? It's me, that's you. But respectfully, you know.
And at the same time,
I love the brother.
I love what he did for the
love the brother.
Hustlers and
I love how he approaches things, like, outside of what he did in terms of my lane, but I love how he approaches things business wise and when he, you know, the challenges he puts out there for athletes and artists. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And the financial awareness he puts out there and the financial intelligence he puts out there. I respect all of that. Yes, that's wealth. That's great. Yes. But let's keep it, you know, let's keep it gracious all around the board. You know what I'm saying? You're a stand-up dude. If you straight up and down 6 o'clock, you can't be, you know, you can't have an hour, you know what I'm saying, the hour hand off a little bit. It gotta be straight up and down 6 o'clock. So, you know what I'm saying? Respectfully, you now tuned in to the True Era Show. Hip-hop, politics, and bullshit. Right about now, I got my co-host, Shoe Banger, the queen of hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? The liaison, Darnus of rap and hip-hop and media. And we got a very, very, very special guest. We have, who we got today?
The one and only
M.Reck
TV.
MRecktv.
Peace, world. To promote your music or promote your business by placing an ad on MRecktv, contact MRecktv promo, MRecktv promo @gmail.com. Peace. Oh yeah, subscribe to MRecktv, youtube.com/MRecktv. I'm gone. MRecktv.
It's got a music.